On Tuesday, October 13th, Mercury is going retrograde. So Mercury is going retrograde. And as you know, Mercury is the planet that goes retrograde the most, 3 to 4 times a year. And typically speaking, Mercury, anytime it goes retrograde, really does cause our mental planes to kind of shut down. We're not thinking as clearly as we usually do. We don't absorb information in its wholeness. We tend to really skim over the details. There's a lot of communication breakdown. There's a lot of misinformation. This could really throw a wrench into all of the progress and all of the moves forwards that we're trying to make at this time. So Mercury, although going retrograde in Scorpio, will eventually end up back in Libra, which we'll talk about as we move through this energy forecast. Also very notable is that Mercury will be going direct on November 3rd. For those of you that are a little bit hip to what's going on in the world, you might know that November 3rd is the election day. So just a heads up, this particular Mercury retrograde could lead to a lot of misinformation, to a lot of details being missed, to a lot of topics, themes, statements, actions having to be revisited and cleaned up as Mercury goes direct. So just a shout out there, you can expect there to be chaos. You can expect there to be communication, technology breakdowns. There is going to be a huge mess intellectually and where our transportation and technology is concerned, especially where the elections come into play. So Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio, as I've been saying, is not a favorable aspect for a lot of people. Why? Well, because Mercury in Scorpio is a tough transit to begin with. Not a whole lot of people like to be thrown in the depths of darkness in our emotional and mental planes. And with Mercury now going retrograde, this means that we have to go into the underworld. Mercury, again, the messenger of the gods, ruling over mental plane and information. Suddenly, we are going to be so bombarded with chaos in our exterior realities that we're going to have to learn to trust ourselves. We're going to have to move into ourselves and really trust what it is our gut is telling us. The messages that we seek, the information that we seek is not available to us in the exterior reality during this time. We seek the answers, we find the answers within ourselves, in the darkest parts of ourselves that we've worked so hard to compartmentalize and to push down and to repress. The power is in your pain. This is where we have to illuminate the darkness, where we have to shine a bright light on the dark parts of ourselves in order for those dark parts to surface to the surface where the sun can blast it with all of that illuminating love and light. And when we do that, we see past issues come up. We see past details come up. I want to rewind you back to last fall. Many of my clients suffered what I would call quote unquote psychological or mental breakdowns. It's when fragments of past pain and past trauma suddenly infiltrate the dream state or the waking state through sudden flashes, through sights and smells suddenly coming back. That is our subconscious trying to show us where it is we packed our pain away. So again, it does not feel good, but it is all part of the process. I want to remind you, Scorpio energy is about transformation. It's about rebirthing oneself after recognizing where parts of ourselves have to die, where we have to put an end to certain ways of thinking and feeling, certain ways of blocking past pains and trauma out of our consciousness in order to heal, in order to move on. So Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio is going to be a doozy. It is going to feel highly conflicting within oneself, and it is going to be a battle between the heart and between the head.